of the convention center.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that wasn't with sanctioned.
No. It was pretty fucking sweet, though. I'm not gonna lie. It was the best view of Denver that I've ever seen in my life. I'll show you a couple pictures. But we were up there, and all we kept talking about was like how the world is completely fucked.
Oh. How the world is completely fucked.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
You've got a cab full of believers here.
Yeah.
How like like the internet is going to take over us. How computers, how we built these computers, and they're so much smarter than we are. And people like don't realize it. How like they're inventing new things. Like there's these glasses where you can have like an interface on any sort of like flat surface. When you wear them, like you can dial on anything. And then how in like 10 years, we're not even gonna have computers really. We're just gonna have like a Google chip in our head. So like essentially we're gonna be the smartest people ever.
This is much like Rob's second novel that he's writing here, and then he needs to finish.
If this was ever an impetus, because the only thing that I would disagree with you about is the time frame. I don't think it's going to be 10 years. Yeah, I think it's going to be less than that. And that may not be mainstream adoption, but I think the technology already exists, and it's just probably something that isn't the average bears doesn't have access to it.
And I mean, we've heard of the one like quote unquote like blow up doll that's so much like a real person.
Oh yeah, real dolls.
Yeah.
There's like some guy who owns like 97 of them.
What?
Howard Stern.
He's got like different names for each of them and stuff. And I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. Like, what are you doing? That's how just like fucked humanity is.
Well, it's interesting though. If you look at things like
That makes me think of
Facebook
Paolo's novel.
and
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
you look at things like Facebook and Twitter, they've allowed us to develop relationships without intimacy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So then, to move to that next level, it's just a matter of filling that next void without having to actually be vulnerable. You curate your life. You know, I look at Facebook literally as like a curated stream of my friends' lives. I don't see that at all as a replacement for those social interactions, but it really does give you a perspective on how they view themselves and their world.
Yeah.
Because they're curating what they're sharing. And that curation can be really empowering, but I think when you look at some people potentially who don't either understand the impact or have those other outlets, it becomes suicidal in many ways. Become very one-dimensional people. Is this where you dump us out, kill us, and leave us? Yeah, seriously. Yeah, the droogs come out. And they
Vidi this, me droogs.
My eyelashes are growing as you paddle. I feel it.
Yeah. So we're on 10th now, right?
We're on 10.
Okay.
It's gonna explode.
I don't want to get to the bar. I just want to keep riding around the city.
all night.
This is the hardest part.
Oh. Do you need us to help in any way?
So, Rob, you do have to finish your second novel because I look forward to reading that.
I appreciate that.
What's it called again?
Angel City.
Angel City. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Oh, you read it at
Oh yeah.
Wellspring.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he did. He critted my full.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
You're a very good critiquer, Belle. Sometimes when I
was
wish
just
you
telling
weren't
somebody,
critiquing.
That your crit of Seed actually made it work ultimately.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Does that mean we
Oh,
get
I'm
to share
glad.
the royalties?
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Just
You will get the $1 royalties I get from that point.
does he get a shout out in the acknowledgments?
Oh, fully, yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm already ordering it for people. Like I posted on Twitter the other day.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
saw
if
that.
you-
Thanks,
did you see
man.
that?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, we're those friends. We will buy multiple copies and give them to all of our friends. So when you see a sudden spike because somebody ordered like 30
Right, that
copies
would
from
be the
Amazon,
Shun.
yeah, that would be
and Shun
us.
and Spike.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's how you share the love, you know.
Yeah.
No, but I went back and read your critique that you wrote on the back of the manuscript.
Oh, really?
Like a couple weeks later, and it was like, oh, and you nailed it.
Wouldn't it be really terrifying if we got there and it wasn't the right place?
I support you in having a break.
Yeah, totally.
Thanks.
Do you want one of us to take over?
It's against the law.
Do you want some
okay.
food?
I have food.
Okay.
I thought probably there would be a licensing issue, but
Yeah.
figured I'd offer.
But if I wore the hat,
You could push from
I don't know
behind,
about the law.
and then you would just be a prankster.
Yeah.
that's a good point.
So, is your work available to view anywhere?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you.
Not yet.
No,
But it
I'm
will be.
actually in the middle of putting together a blog that will turn into like me showcasing my stuff.
Cool.
But I kind of have like this really big insecurity that I need to get over first. I mean, I sell pieces to my friends, but when it comes to like the general public, I'm like scared shitless.
Yep.
Oh,
And
yeah.
anything worth doing is worth being afraid of.
Yes.
If you weren't afraid, you
I-
probably wouldn't be in the right career path.
And it's worth getting over too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
And you know what the reality of the situation is too? That'll probably never go away. You know, because that's how you self-edit and you try new things and you test new things, is the feedback that you get. So I think Rob's right. Figuring out how to handle that and how to filter it and factor it in without, feeling bad, you'll win long term.
You will never please everybody. There will always be somebody who shits on your work.
That's a really good thought. You will never please everybody.
And you just can't take that person to heart, ultimately.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody, opinions are like assholes, as my father would say.
So it's at Broadway. Where should we go?
I don't know. Where the fuck is it?
What's the address?
What's
1080?
1080 or
1080 Broadway?
1037 or something?
Well,
I don't know. This is probably close
This
enough.
is probably close enough. We can find it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I don't want to like drop you off somewhere where like you don't know where you're at.
I know where we are.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob knows his business.
I, on the other hand,